This is the chilling story of Suzanne Morphew, a mother of two whose vanishing sparked one of the most baffling and emotional investigations in recent years. What really happened that day? Welcome to Chilling Fireside Stories, where we explore the darkest mysteries and the stories that demand answers. Today we delve into the haunting case of Suzanne Morphew. A quick warning: this documentary contains details that may be distressing to some viewers. Proceed with caution, and remember, the full case images and photos are available at the end of this video. Now grab a warm drink, get cozy, and let's begin. Suzanne Morphew was a 49-year-old woman from Maysville, Colorado. Known for her warm and caring personality, Suzanne was described as a loving wife and a devoted mother to her two daughters, Mallory and Macy. She had a passion for outdoor activities, including hiking and mountain biking, and lived an active, health-conscious lifestyle. She enjoyed cycling in the mornings as a way to clear her mind. Suzanne was also a cancer survivor, having fought Hodgkin's lymphoma twice, demonstrating her resilience and strength. Suzanne married Barry Morphew in 1994, and the couple had been together for over 25 years. Barry worked in landscaping and owned a successful business, while Suzanne focused on raising their daughters and maintaining their home. The family moved from Indiana to Colorado in 2018, drawn by the state's natural beauty and outdoor opportunities. On the surface, Suzanne and Barry seemed like a picture-perfect couple, but there were reports of cracks in their marriage behind closed doors. Text messages and interviews later revealed Suzanne had expressed concerns about their relationship and was considering a divorce. Suzanne's daughters, Mallory and Macy, were central to her life. At the time of Suzanne Morphew's disappearance on May 10, 2020, her daughters, Mallory and Macy, were both in their late teens to early 20s. Mallory Morphew was around 21 years old, and Macy Morphew was approximately 17 years old. Both were away on a camping trip with friends at the time of her disappearance, a detail that added to the tragic nature of the case. Suzanne was described as a loving and supportive mother who maintained a close bond with her children. Suzanne's days were filled with routines that reflected her active and family-oriented nature. She enjoyed biking the trails near her home, engaging in local community activities, and spending time with her daughters. Neighbors and friends noted she was always smiling and kind, with a positive outlook on life. Her disappearance shattered this idyllic image, leaving her family, friends, and community in shock. Who could have harmed Suzanne and why? These questions would spark an investigation full of twists, with her husband, Barry Morphew, becoming a central figure in the case. On May 10, 2020, Suzanne Morphew, 49, reportedly went for a bike ride near her home in Maysville, Colorado, during the early hours of Mother's Day. This claim, however, comes solely from Barry Morphew, her husband. Around 9 a.m., Suzanne sent a Snapchat selfie to a friend, which investigators later identified as her last known communication. After this message, Suzanne's phone went silent. She didn't respond to any subsequent texts or calls, raising concern later in the day. Suzanne and Barry's daughters, Mallory and Macy, were on a camping trip out of state during the weekend. When they couldn't reach their mother later in the day as they tried to contact her to celebrate the Mother's Day, they contacted a family friend and neighbor, Jean Ritter, asking her to check on Suzanne. Jean Ritter visited the Morphew property. She found Suzanne's car in the driveway, but no one answered the door. She contacted Barry, who was reportedly in Denver for work, approximately 150 miles from Maysville. She reportedly contacted Barry to inform him that Suzanne was missing. He suggested checking if Suzanne's bike was still there. It wasn't. Barry claimed he called 911 on his way home, but no official record of such a call has ever been found. Jean Ritter, Suzanne Morphew's neighbor, noticed several unusual details on the day. She reported seeing Barry Morphew, Suzanne's husband, hurriedly backing his truck up to the house early that morning. Barry appeared to be in a rush, which struck her as odd. This observation aligned with evidence later collected, including Barry's vehicle movements and his unusual behavior on the day of Suzanne's disappearance. As the hours passed with no sign of Suzanne, the Chaffee County Sheriff's Office was notified and a search began. The Morphew home was located near the Colorado Trail, a popular area for outdoor enthusiasts, making it a focal point for the search. Rescue teams scoured the area with the help of tracking dogs and specialized equipment, and that evening Suzanne's bike was discovered in a ravine. Oddly, the bike showed no signs of an accident, no scratches, bent frame, or disturbed vegetation, raising questions about how it ended up there. Barry returned home from Denver that evening, telling investigators that he had last seen Suzanne early that morning, asleep in bed when he left for work. He said he assumed she went for a bike ride when she didn't reply to his texts later that day. Investigators, however, began to uncover inconsistencies in his account. Search efforts ramped up in the days following Suzanne's disappearance. The FBI and Colorado Bureau of Investigation joined local authorities to broaden the scope of the investigation. Sheriff John Spetz urged residents to check their home security footage for any unusual activity and preserve any evidence that could help locate Suzanne. Meanwhile, Barry, visibly distraught, offered a $200,000 reward for information leading to her safe return, no questions asked. He also released an emotional video plea on social media, begging for Suzanne's safe return and expressing his love for her. A week later, investigators closed in the Morphew home as part of the investigation. Although this is standard procedure in missing persons cases, it intensified public scrutiny. Barry's behavior came under increased speculation, especially when rumors began circulating about tension in the couple's relationship. The investigation took a curious turn when law enforcement searched a property where Barry had been working around the time of Suzanne's disappearance. For 3 days, search teams combed the site using K-9 units and ground-penetrating radar. Despite the extensive search, no evidence linking the site to Suzanne's case was uncovered. As weeks turned into months, the updates from authorities dwindled. Investigators emphasized that the case was still active and a high priority, but the lack of new developments frustrated both the public and Suzanne's family. Her brother, Andrew Mormon, organized his own search efforts, bringing together volunteers from Colorado and Indiana. Although this effort turned up some items of interest, none could be conclusively linked to Suzanne's disappearance. In May 2021, 1 year after Suzanne's disappearance, Barry Morphew was arrested and charged with first-degree murder. Court documents revealed troubling details about the couple's marriage. Friends of Suzanne described Barry as controlling and emotionally abusive, and Suzanne had documented his behavior in her phone notes. She even used a spy pen given to her by a friend to record some of their arguments. The spy pen in Suzanne Morphew's case was a key piece of evidence that revealed the troubled dynamics of her marriage to Barry Morphew. Suzanne had reportedly been gifted the device by her best friend, Sheila Oliver, to secretly record conversations and document potential abuse by Barry. The pen, equipped with audio recording capabilities, was placed discreetly in areas of the house to capture interactions between Suzanne and Barry. Suzanne used the spy pen to gather evidence of Barry's controlling and allegedly abusive behavior. Friends had reported that Suzanne felt trapped in her marriage and wanted proof of her experiences. The spy pen captured a significant amount of audio, including arguments between Suzanne and Barry, potential threats or confrontational exchanges, which Suzanne may have wanted to use as evidence for legal protection or a potential divorce. Interestingly, the pen also recorded Suzanne's conversations with her lover, Jeff Leibler, a former high school friend with whom she had been having a secret affair since 2018. Barry reportedly discovered the affair shortly before Suzanne disappeared, adding another layer of complexity to the case. Days before she vanished, Suzanne texted Barry, telling him she wanted to end their marriage. The recordings from the spy pen played a crucial part in building the prosecution's case against Barry. They painted a picture of a deeply strained relationship marked by control, jealousy, and mistrust. Barry's defense tried to shift focus to Suzanne's affair, using the recordings to suggest her unhappiness and intent to leave. Data from Barry's cell phone and truck began to contradict his version of events. On the afternoon of May 9th, Barry claimed to have been at a job site, but his phone records placed him at home. His phone went into airplane mode shortly after, and it remained off for several hours. During the early hours of May 10th, his truck's GPS recorded unusual activity, including stops at multiple locations where Barry was seen disposing of items in trash bins. Surveillance footage from a hotel and a McDonald's corroborated this behavior. Additionally, deputies found a tranquilizer dart cap in the Morphew home, along with scratches on Barry's arms that investigators believed were defensive wounds. These findings, coupled with the lack of physical evidence supporting Barry's claim of a biking accident, further deepened suspicions. In 2022, as Barry's trial approached, the district attorney's office made a surprising move, requesting the case be dismissed without prejudice. They cited the need for additional time to locate Suzanne's remains, which they believed they were close to finding. The dismissal left the door open for charges to be refiled in the future. In September 2023, Suzanne's remains were discovered in a shallow grave in Saguache County, about 45 miles from the Morphew home. Dental records confirmed the identification. Her family expressed gratitude to the investigators and search teams who worked tirelessly over the years to find her. They remain hopeful that justice will be served. As of February 2024, no charges have been refiled against Barry or any other potential suspects. Investigators are continuing their efforts to uncover the truth about what happened to Suzanne. If you have any information, you can find the Chaffee County Sheriff's Office contact number in the description. Suzanne's case remains unsolved, leaving her family and the community desperate for answers. Barry Morphew has since filed a $15 million lawsuit against investigators, alleging wrongful arrest and violation of his rights. Suzanne's daughters have publicly stood by their father, believing in his innocence. The case continues to raise questions about what really happened to Suzanne and whether justice will ever be served. The disappearance and murder of Suzanne Morphew highlights several important safety and support considerations for individuals in potentially abusive or controlling relationships, as well as for those concerned about loved ones who may be at risk. Here are safety tips and support resources inspired by Suzanne's case. 1. Document suspicious behavior. Like Suzanne did with her spy pen, keep a detailed record of any abusive, threatening, or controlling behavior. Use secure devices or methods, for example apps like MyPlan or Aspire News. Share your concerns with a trusted person who can offer support. 2. Maintain privacy in communication. Use encrypted messaging apps like Signal or WhatsApp for confidential conversations. Be cautious about sharing sensitive information if you suspect your devices are being monitored. 3. Prepare an emergency plan. Know where you can go if you need to leave home in a hurry, friends, family, shelters. Pack an emergency bag with essentials like cash, clothing, and important documents. Keep it hidden or store it with someone you trust. 4. Stay connected. Keep in regular contact with friends or family and let them know if something feels wrong. Create a code word for emergencies. 5. Trust your instincts. If something feels unsafe, don't dismiss it. Seek help early rather than waiting for the situation to escalate. 6. Utilize technology wisely. Use GPS or location sharing with trusted individuals during solo activities, like Suzanne's cycling. Disable tracking apps if you suspect they are being misused to monitor you. If you or someone you know is in an abusive or controlling relationship, please know that help is available. Suzanne's case is a tragic reminder of the importance of taking action early and seeking support from trusted individuals and organizations. You can find the link to some organizations and resources for US and also for my UK viewers in the description. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to check out the images and evidence at the end of this video. Please subscribe to this channel, your support means a lot to me, and share your thoughts in the comments below. Let's discuss what you think happened to Suzanne. Until next time, stay curious, stay warm, and stay safe.